Thank you, member. Recognizing the member for Chilliwack, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very happy to speak today in full support of the member from Boundary, Similkameen, and Parliamentary Secretary for Rural Development's motion. Be it resolved that this House supports strong rural communities built on thriving, diversified, and sustainable rural economies. My colleagues have mentioned many ways to diversify the rural economy, but I'd like to mention just two: forestry and connectivity. It's not a secret that I worked in the forestry industry, in particular a sawmill, and so the forestry industry is quite important to me. And forestry has been the backbone of our rural communities for so long. I look around the province now, though, Mr. Speaker, and see so many sawmills that have disappeared. Communities all over the province were devastated by these closures. The 2003 Forestry Revitalization Strategy, sorry, Mr. Speaker, truly an Orwellian name, was a disaster for the forest industry here in BC, an unmitigated disaster. It removed the social contract that required forestry companies to process their logs locally wherever possible. While local mills shut down, raw log exports accelerated, and the jobs and wealth from our crown resources went elsewhere. Resources that belong to the people of BC. The current government is taking a different approach. We need to maximize our resources for the people of BC, to have good paying jobs and vibrant communities. That's why this government is supporting things like mass timber by investing an additional $2 million into the mass timber demonstration program to support a second intake for successful, eligible applicants who want to advance their mass timber project. The first intake invested $4.2 million to support 8 mass timber demonstration projects and 4 research projects in the province. This provides grants to accelerate the use of mass timber in BC to support jobs in research, design, engineering, construction, and forestry. Mass timber already provides approximately 166,000 jobs and generates more than $17 billion annually for BC's economy. With these grants, I think that British Columbia has the opportunity to become a world leader in mass timber. Another place that we can ensure that forestry continues to provide good paying jobs to British Columbians for generations is to ensure we are getting the most out of our fibre. In my constituency and my colleagues, the Minister for Vernon Monashie's constituency, there's a company that takes the waste wood or cut ends from larger mills and joins them together to create high-end products, including siding and structural beams. Use pieces as small as 6 inches long, Mr. Speaker. Also in my other friend's constituency, the member from Chilliwack, Kent, there's a new mill that employs up to 100 people and is focused on remanufactured wood. These are the types of activities that we need to continue to support. There's a lot of potential for the value-added sector to keep forestry jobs in our rural communities. I'd also like to talk a little bit about connectivity. I lived in a somewhat rural area called Ryder Lake, just outside of Chilliwack. I had 10 acres. I had some Simmental cows. It's such an idyllic, wonderful place. Lots of old families, properties from 100 to 10 acres. We have the largest western toad migration in southwest BC. They shut down a road as all the tiny little toads, they look like pieces of gravel, cross the road every year. It's a wonderful place to live, Mr. Speaker, but the internet was so awfully slow. So slow. I never got the chance to watch a YouTube video up there. You could either have dial-up or you could have very expensive satellite internet. And so, like I had, many rural and non-urban Indigenous communities don't have reliable or affordable high-speed internet access. Broadband internet is becoming essential for everyone for work, learn, and to stay in touch with friends and loved ones. That's why this government has the Connecting British Columbia program, which helps by funding a significant portion of the infrastructure cost. And Budget 2021 brought stable funding to connectivity for the first time, ensuring these important investments will continue. When current provincial, federal, and privately funded projects are complete, 60% of rural and Indigenous communities throughout BC will have access to reliable high-speed internet. So, Mr. Speaker, I cannot see my time, but I just want to say, I am proud to speak today in full support of my colleague from Boundaries to Milk Means motion. Thank you very much.